Well, good morning, everybody. Coming to you from the Linville Gorge here in fabulous Western North Carolina. And it is very early March, like the 2nd of March. And it is still sort of wintry, but it's getting better. It's getting warmer. So we decided to come up here. My friend John and I came up here for a little photo trip, a little exploration. Neither one of us have kind of camped in this area before, so we wanted to just check it out, do an overall, a broad overview of what's going on in the area. So we decided we're car camping, which was pretty wonderful. I haven't done that in a long time. We had steak last night. John is a excellent cook. He will be sure to tell you that himself, but no, he's a great cook. He's over there. We had steak, we had potatoes.
Don't forget the seasoning.
And the seasoning, yes, he was made sure that I enjoyed the seasoning last night. It was pretty funny. So anyways, the reason I'm here today is I want to talk to you a little bit about bear safety, because it is early in the season, and there are hardy folks like you and me that are out there camping right now. And, you know, it's just warming up enough that the bears are going to start to be active. If you're in a place where there's bears, now's a good time to see them, because they're coming out of their dens. They've been sleeping all year, hibernating all year, winter, and now they're hungry. And as you see behind me, there's nothing much to eat. So guess who has all the food? You and me, right? And they know that. Believe me, they definitely know that. So now is a great time to talk about bear safety. So we need this all year long, of course. I've had bears come visit me in my tent, and I'm sure other people have too. It's not fun when you wake up and there's that big black mass staring you in the face, separated by a window screen, and that's all you've got. It's not fun. So let's do what we can to prevent that from happening, right? Makes sense. There's a couple different ways, and I'm sure people are used to it by now. You've seen all the stuff on the market, but how does it work? Which one is best for me? A lot of people start off with, and I did too, with the classic PCT hang, the bear hang. So, which is great. It's very lightweight. All you need is some cord. You find a rock, you throw it over a branch, haul your bag up. It's all good, right? Yes, it could be. It might be. But you have to be aware of what's going on. Let's take a look. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Hang on a second. So here's our camp right now. There's John wandering around, debating life, wondering what we're going to do next, when that next cup of coffee is going to be brewing. Here's our little campsite here. So the reason I want to show you this is take a look around at these trees, right? This is pretty typical for southern Appalachians, right? Nice, tall, straight trees. Look at what we've got. Straight trunks with nothing on the horizontal. So this is pretty typical. When I started section hiking in Georgia on the Appalachian Trail, I thought, I'll just get a bear bag and I'll hang it over a tree. Well, take a look around. Where are you going to hang it? I'm sure there's a tree around here somewhere, but if you've been hiking all day, you've got some hunting to do to find a decent tree. Okay, let me slip back here. Okay, so we're back in this view. So that's what prompted me to say, maybe this PCT bear hang, maybe it's good, it works, but in these kind of trees, it's really difficult to find a good tree that's anywhere near where you want to camp. And then you have to hang it, and if it's dark, that's very hard. We've all done it, and it's not easy. You want to throw that rock up, 30 feet in the air and have it loop around and not get tangled, and it's not so easy. So that prompted me to try. This is the original Ursack. I've had this now for several years. When they first came out, I decided to buy this. This is some kind of Kevlar material. And I would advise you, if you're interested in this, go to their website. They will teach you the correct ways to tie this thing, both to tie the the mouth of it closed, which is very important, and then finally to tie this around a tree and how to use it. I'm not here to tell you how to use it. I'm just suggesting that this is a very good option to use. I ended up carrying this. The whole thing weighs about a pound, and it's pretty big. This thing holds easily a week's worth of food, easily. You don't really want to fill it and carry it. It'll be too heavy. What you do with this is you need, or they highly recommend, a scent-proof bag to go inside of that, because it doesn't have any protection except for claws and teeth. It doesn't do anything keeping them away, it just protects the food once they find it. So these are by Ursack, and there's other brands you can get like on Amazon and stuff like that. But it's essentially a really, really good Ziploc, is what it is. And sometimes they come in different sizes. This is the tiny one. When I first bought these, I bought one that was big enough to go inside of this, which was great. Except that then the seal broke, and then the whole thing is worthless. So I decided, in the name of redundancy, to go with 2 smaller ones versus 1 big one. And then also what I found is that for a light overnight, I just take one of these. You know, you get some couple snacks in here, some mashed potatoes, some coffee, you know, just a couple of bars, and you're good. You're good for an overnight. I have 2 of these in here. So what I would do is seal one, close it up, fold it over, and then seal the other one. And with these, it's pretty scent-proof. Okay, so you're pretty safe with that. So that's like an interim step. It's better than a PCT hang, more convenient. It's sort of, you know, it's fairly lightweight. You got these plastic bags, which are nothing. You've got the Ursack itself, which is about a pound. The next step in security is going to be this, your Bear canister. And Bear Vault has become really kind of the de facto product on the market these days. It's relatively light. This is about 2 pounds. This seals up very tightly. You can use it as a seat. You know, there's a lot of pros to this. It does weigh about 2 pounds. And this one is the 450, holds a lot of stuff. I mean, I can just pack this thing full. This will hold a week's worth of stuff pretty easily. Now, the other thing is, this is the larger version. This is the 500. What do you got in here, man? This is like, you got bricks in this thing? So, he likes to carry a lot of stuff. This is the big size. This, God, you could put 2 weeks of food in here probably. But it makes a great seat. And it's pretty much bear proof. Pretty much. Not exactly. In my own home state of New York, up in the Adirondacks, there's apparently a mama bear that's pretty smart and teaches her cubs how to break into these things. In that same or similar area for years now, they've been saying, don't even bother the PCT hang because there's a bear up there who knows how to defeat that. Now they know how to defeat these. So they're smarter than the average bear up there, right? Well, it's cold. There's not much food, so they got to work at it. Anyways, these for everybody else, these are great. You know, you're guaranteed that you're not going to lose your food. I was hiking in North Carolina before I moved up here, and my friend had a similar, he had a bear can, and I didn't. Well, my food was gone like that. Of course, his wasn't. Didn't even touch it. Bear never even touched it, but mine was gone. So, that's really kind of what I wanted to talk about today. You know, we do have to, first of all, yes, you do have to be careful about food and wild animals. Whether it's a bear, whether it's raccoons, whether it's mice, you don't want to feed them. You don't want to habituate them to your camp spot. You know that other people have camped here. Animals know it too. They know, they're smart, they live here, this is their home. You're just home delivery for them, you know, but we can mitigate the problems. So with either the PCT hang, the bear bag, you know, the Ursack type of bag. There's other bags out now that are competing with Ursack. Or finally the bear canister. And there's newer canisters on the market that are shaped a little differently, have a little bit different mechanism to lock the lid in. So there's a lot of choices out there these days. Just depends on how much money you want to spend, frankly, like everything else. So that's it for today. I do appreciate you checking in. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got some value out of it. And, you know, hope to see you next time on the trail. All right. So happy trails, everybody. Once again, Dharma Bomb signing out. Hoping you're having a great day. Take care.
See,
Look at
all
this.
these stacks out here would be fucking cool.
I can't wait till better weather and better light. Wow. Let's see how close we can get.
Reduce my 15-second shutter speed.
Yo, buddy. That's it, the Linville River. Not much of a river, though. It's a little stream right now. I will bet in springtime it's running better than that, though.